I have prepared some ramekins already. They are buttered and in the freezer to get a bit cool, but I've actually got a lot of butter on my hands, so I'm just going to wash it using the cooker boiling water tap, which has the soap dispenser attached to the side. And I'm going to use it again in a second to get some boiling water to melt my chocolate and my butter. I'm going to fill up my saucepan with some boiling water from the boiling water tap. All you've got to do is pump it twice and then twist it to the side. That should be perfect. And to unlock these cookers, you've got to actually keep your finger on the unlock pad, which is quite good for safety. So I'm just going to whack my butter in, followed by dark chocolate, and pop it over the boiling water. And within a minute and a half, you should start to see it melting. So I've just pulled my ramekins out of the freezer. They've been in there for about 10 minutes now, and I'm giving them a second coat of butter. And then we're finishing them off by sprinkling some cocoa powder in and making sure they're fully covered all the way around. And that will stop the fondants from sticking once they're cooked. The aim is that you just have the ramekins fully coated like that, and that should stop the fondants from sticking completely. And I mean, a little bit of extra cocoa is never a bad thing, really. So now that my chocolate is melted, I'm just leaving it to cool on the side for a bit. Ramekins are prepped, and we're just gonna whack in the eggs, a few more egg yolks, getting it all in, and then the sugar. So yeah, all the ingredients are in this mixing bowl. Gonna mix it until it leaves a trail and let that do its thing for a few minutes. Now that my eggs and sugar have whisked up until they've left a trail, I'm gonna add the flour, keeping it still in the mixer because I'm just gonna whiz it all up again, and have my chocolate ready. So now, just on a really gentle speed, we're going to whisk it all up together until the mixture's thickened. Now that that's thickened up, we're just going to add our chocolate. And it's cooled down now, so it shouldn't take too long to mix in. And just keep it on a gentle speed until it is all mixed in. Right, that has mixed perfectly, and I think we're ready to get it into, even if you've got a measuring jug, anything that will pour nicely into the ramekins should do the job. So this recipe is really good if you're having dinner parties, people over, because you can actually freeze it up to a month, and then from frozen, just cook it for 5 minutes longer than you would normally. So it's really good to get prepped in case you're running out of time. And also it's pretty impressive when they come out all nice and gooey, so your guests should love it. Right, they are all good to be popped in the oven now. So now we're gonna pop the fondants into the oven, and I'm actually gonna introduce my favorite appliance from the Wolf oven collection. This is a convection steam oven, and we are just gonna whack it on. So here you can see how many features the oven has. We're actually gonna use the convection oven, but you can have a convection steam, convection humid, and this is my personal favorite, the reheat feature, which doubles as a microwave and does it in a way that it heats the food up with steam, so there's no danger of your food being dried out when you reheat it. But as I said, we're going to be using the convection side of it. So it tells you that where to put it in the oven, and if you're not too sure as to where that is, you've got the numbers on the side guiding you. So we'll whack it on position number 2, that's already in place. Next, you can set a temperature. All you have to do is use this middle button as an OK button, and that gets you from A to B. We're gonna set it at 180, pressing that OK button again. Move over to the duration, and we're gonna set a timer for 10 minutes. And as you can see on the dial here, you can range from 10 seconds to 10 hours. So it gives you a lot of opportunity there. And that's it. We're gonna press go and let the oven heat up. It shouldn't take long at all, maybe about a minute, and then the fondants will be ready to go in. Okay, we're gonna get them out now. They smell so good. Perfect. So to get these out, I suggest using 2 gloves, just because they're super hot. And you want to get a knife and just make sure you go around the whole fondant until it pulls away from the sides. So you can ensure that when you tip it over, it should come out really nicely like that. And now here's for the million-dollar question. There it is. That's exactly the kind of gooey consistency you want. And now served best, like a lot of things, with a big scoop of ice cream.